I'm Joshua De Laurentiis, and I'm here with my brother,
Matthew.
This is Pointful, tripping over the line. We're here at Masters Billiards with, well, I mean, shall I let you introduce yourself, Robbie?
You're a nice guy. Yeah, I've got a standard introduction, but yeah, I've been triple world champion. Robby Foldvari is my name, and triple world champion at billiards, Australian snooker, pool and billiards championship winners. Also, I've been Fox Sports TV commentator, so I like these lights. And then a national coach of China and Singapore, and I do corporate entertainment. But the main thing I do, I want to tell you, is I used to be an accountant, so don't hold that against me, right? But anyway, let's go.
we throw darts poorly. So yeah, that's the end of our entire credits.
You're a budding student of mine at pool too.
That is true.
So, and not bad either.
Thank you, Robbie. You said something quite funny, which I've relayed to a couple of friends as well, where he said, yeah, he was like, yeah, you can play a bit. Like just this, we just, I'm just like
trying to get you more motivated to get to the next level.
Yeah, exactly.
You can play it quite a bit, or I'll change it to quite a bit.
But
or when he gets there.
He's good.
Because I think you're a damn good coach. Because like you changed definitely my pool game has improved quickly because you gave me specific things to work on.
Right.
But I assume you have to do very different things for depending on who you're working with.
Exactly. Yeah. Look, some of your basics were very good, so that's good. Some people you have to start from the beginning. Other people it's just a mental thing, you know. But thanks for having me on anyway.
Yeah, man, you're most welcome, and thank you so much for coming on. What are we? Okay, so
are we doing? Am I?
Oh yeah, so that'll be you next. Sorry,
yeah.
Robbie. Yep, good man. See, look, he already knows the system better than me. You know, that's how quickly he picks things up.
I was just having a look.
It's a user-friendly system, though.
It is true.
Yeah. Whoops.
Oh yeah.
What happens when that's not on there?
You put it back on.
Yeah, I think that's the only penalty you get, isn't it?
Okay.
Pretty sure. We don't really know the rules that well. I mean, people are going to be watching, going, "How dare you?"
I think as long as most of the dart hits the board.
Yep.
And it's as long as the point's in the board.
That was the what? Yeah, I've seen like on Reddit and stuff where they'll say, "Does this count?" And the dart's gone in backwards. Yeah, I think there is a rule about that.
Yeah.
Do you have to hit the in pool or billiards or like? Do you have to hit? You can't hit it with the butt, can you?
No, you got to hit it with the tip. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know you got to hit the cushion now. If you don't pot a ball, you got to hit a cushion. Otherwise, then it's a foul shot. Oh, good job.
Thank you.
He's getting his eye in now. Because there used to be 2 shots, but nowadays there's no 2 shots.
Do you like those change in rules? Because I played a lot of 9-ball.
Yeah.
And so I really loved it when effectively for international rules they just got rid of it. A ball in hand is awesome. I sometimes don't even like 2 shots.
Yeah, well that's right. It's much better, I think. It's more attacking game. American pool, it's always been like that.
Yeah, that was the first time I went to the States and played a game of pool in a local pub. I'm like, what is going on here? They just pick up the white ball when something goes wrong. I had no idea what was going on. I was just holding on to dear life.
Yes, and then you keep your mouth shut because it's as with most places, house rules are house rules.
Yeah. Oh, there's some. Come on, you would have seen some interesting pub house rules in all your time, surely.
Yeah, look. I don't hustle, but when I was young, I played in this pool room, and there was another good junior player there, and this guy backed him, and I rode my bike there, and he said double or nothing. So when I won the first game for $1, and we got up to $128, and he put his hand on he looked like Skull Murphy, the wrestler. I'm looking like that now. And he said double or nothing, but I knew I had to lose. But yeah, but that's not really the rules, but yeah, there are some. Yeah, always try and work the rules out first. And that rule was to get out of that place.
Oh man!
I mean, I remember one of the I don't know if it's so much a rule, but it was like a permitted thing to do was when the white ball was right on the cushion. You could use the butt. You could move. You could distance from the thing. And I've always thought that rule or that permission thing was more about saving the pool table rather than helping out the player.
It's making it easier. There's not a rule, but it does happen. Yeah.
So I don't want people, sinking their cue into the cushion. I don't think that would be good for the cushion for some reason.
So are you going to be commentating anymore? Great, he's got a great voice for it, don't you reckon? Very like that. It sounds like it's got gravitas, but also
Yeah,
it's like a warm, warm, inviting.
One of my favourite things to do, but at the moment I'm not doing any. I mean, the main place is the UK. I did a few things for American pool in Australia last year, but in general, no, sticking to coaching and trick shots and things.
You see, trick shots, like they're like I mean, we just watched we were watching in our research.
Yes.
I don't know if this is relevant to you, but like watched The Hustler and The Color of Money again.
Did you?
Yeah. Now, assumedly, you've seen the only two great pool movies.
Yeah, of course I have. Yeah.
You ever done any hustling? You don't have to. You don't have to
No, I don't do
no,
hustling, but the Hustler's a real good movie. The Colour of Money is jumping around a bit too much, but
Yeah, isn't he?
no offence, Tom.
Yeah. Well, got something.
I've lost total concentration.
Yeah, well, because I remember from a while back, I think the first time I watched The Hustler years ago, that Paul Newman like really worked hard on his
Yeah.
ball game, and he was playing a bunch of good shots.
Yeah.
And he who shall not be named in The Color of Money
Yes.
was playing some of the most basic things and then dancing around like a nutter. Anyway, it's is it because it's such a personal game that like there's a million American football movies or basketball movies or like, but it seems to be much. I don't know why. Like, is it just because The Hustler did it, nailed it, and everyone's like, okay, cool.
Oh, there's been some a couple of snooker movies from the English side, but yeah, less.
I think editing would be difficult because you have to tell the story using the pool table and you have to play that shot. And so therefore you have to sink the balls in the right order. Like there has to, like the game itself.
Maybe. I think all movies are a bit about the backstory, you know.
Yeah.
But it's got a good style, Matthew,
He does.
doesn't he? Left-hander.
He's been working on it. Yeah, you've been improved substantially.
Well, yes.
I mean, we've obviously been developing the show behind the scenes. So I think Matthew went, okay, it's time to get real with this thing.
I mean, but then again, I
Oh,
suppose
there we go. Not bad.
not bad at all.
It's on the line.
But that's one of the things where the whole coaching process, I think, is beneficial because if I'm just playing and practicing and I'm just doing it by myself, I don't know what I'm doing right or wrong.
That's right, yeah.
And so
It's always good to look. I tell everybody, like, you know, the best tennis and golfers in the world have got a coach, and it's just it's more the, what would you say, the culture. Like a lot of people, most people have golf lesson, but not as many have a snooker or pool lesson. You know, just the average person. But yeah. Everybody wants a mentor. My mentor, the first one, was the guy who made the first 147 break in the world. He was from New Zealand, Murdo Donahue, but he was around when Walter Lindrum was about, and he taught me a lot of the game. So yeah, you want a mentor if you can. It's a quicker way to learn. It's simple. That's it.
well, not simple, but better.
It is better, yeah. I mean, the theory is simple. If you get some good help, you should cut some time out what you're doing.
Yeah.
Do you remember when it was that billiards or any of the pool sports, like when it changed for you from being sort of like something that you did to something that was obviously very important to you?
Well, yeah, I got addicted when I met Murdo Donahue. We had a team to go to Albury, Canberra, and Sydney this guy was well ahead of his time, this owner of a club, and I met Murdo Donahue and he started teaching me, and then I got really addicted. But it's just luck because the guy, I was always runner-up in the juniors, and this other guy kept beating me, but he couldn't go on this tour. So I had to get time off year 12 and go, which my parents weren't happy with. But anyway, at the end of the day, that's when I really got involved, and then I started winning some tournaments. And you know, if you win, you like that feeling.
It's interesting because, like, with, you know, the great musicians, or I mean, the Beatles are one of them. You know, they never win any battle of the bands. You know what I mean? But sport, I mean, it's more. What would you call it? Like a battle of the bands is someone says, don't like that ska music, and God bless them for not liking that ska music, because neither do I. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's how do you challenge yourself? I mean, not so much challenge yourself, but how do you know that you're good?
Yeah, you've got to have some marker.
To some sort of marker, and I wouldn't say like a band is a very subjective, like in terms of impressing a judge. It's a very subjective. It's you know, battle of bands. It's like gymnastics.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of, I mean, there's a score based, or you know, or surfing, or what the kind of, in terms of a subjective sort of thing.
Although you watched Australian Idol, Matthew, there's a few who shouldn't be on there for sure by any standard.
But that's.
But the rest, you don't know who's going to win.
I think that's the like, sort of, do you call it like a perverse thrill of seeing people bomb? Like, as in, you're not going to invite like to an invitational Masters snooker tournament. You're not going to invite, you know, Joe Bloggs down the road, you know, who's never hit a ball in his life.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily. I mean, they do have those reality shows which are skill-based ones.
Not bad though, not bad at all.
As opposed to the singing one. I'm not saying that singing is not a skill, but it's, you know,
you just don't respect it. Yeah,
yes, that's exactly.
He doesn't respect me, man. No,
but some of the ones that have required years and years of practice, like in terms of developing techniques to do things.
Oh yeah, well that's the main thing. Like my thing, probably in this thing too, that, you know, I used to practice 6 hours a day, and I don't think, because, well, I tried all the different cue sports, but also that's the generic thing for the top players. So it's a lot of time, probably more than, I don't know, you'd have to, when you do your interviews, but I think it's more than most, because you don't have to, you know, you get tired, but not that tired that you can't do it. I'm sure I over practiced.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, Robby has there being no Netflix to thank, because, you know, it's no one's got time for 6 hours practice anymore. There's too much crap I need to watch.
Yeah, that's it. Oh well, still got. I'll tell you, that was good.
That was very good. That sort of jumped ahead there.
Yeah.
But it's all about the outshots, though. It's like you can kick someone's ass all over the pool table. If you can't sink that 8 at the end,
That's
you know,
right.
that's it, mate.
And that's why people think they've got a chance, but they can't get position on the 8. So nearer the end, they think they're unlucky. But
But it was pre-written. It was known.
That's strategy and tactics.
That's why, I mean, yeah. You say there's some strategy in darts. Yeah, I'm not saying there isn't, but you're hitting the numbers. Like, as in, if you hit the most and do it the quickest, you're gonna win. Like, there's no, someone can't, like, one of the other players can't, like, throw a dart and knock yours out. Like, that's it. That's all there is to it.
It's all up to you.
For a 92, cool. Yeah, well, there goes that plan. Get my 13.
Get your 13.
Oh, and now I've got a bull out.
No, you don't. Okay, we've established that.
Is that a rule? I don't know the rules. Can you go out on a bullseye?
You can, yeah, because it's the double bull.
Of course
So,
it is.
yeah. But I never thought.
No, it depends on who you talk to on that one.
Really?
That's a slightly controversial one.
Is it?
Yes.
Wait, is this? Do you know if this is controversial? If it's so, let us know. Tell us about it, because I have no idea it's controversial. I just thought it was strange. It was called a double bull.
Oof.
Yeah, it's the bull's eye. I didn't think it was like the bull's. No, I wasn't going with that. I was going with like iris and the pupil. You know what I mean? Like,
All right,
but then I
got
did
it.
want to do like a pupil bit with the coach here, and, you know, that kind of. Yeah, but either way, just word salad from me at the moment. I'm just stoked to be playing some darts with Robby Foldvari. What a king at Masters Billiards. What a beautiful place, and they were so kind to let us shoot here. And Robby has been more than generous with his time, playing a couple of games with us.
It's a nice room, yeah, and all different types of tables, which is good too. Different sizes.
All right, so now I can go. Oh.
Oh, is that what he was going for? He knows what he's doing. Gee.
Again, the only reason I do is because of this gun here, darts tracker system, because I just glance over and go, tell me what to do, please.
And the answer is not that. But
Oh, well.
there's some good darts in there, but there's a lot of not good darts in there as well.
No. A lot more practice for me.
But you can feel it, like as you start to get closer to those outshots, all of a sudden everyone's like, it's like we're talking about like the differing skill levels of sports people, as in when you're playing these kind of more individual style sports, you're not ruining anyone else's day by having if you're not as good as them. You know, it's interesting things can happen when you.
The main thing is the battle with yourself, really. It's your personal best in anything. If you start competing too much against other people, you won't enjoy it. Is that it? No.
Yeah, that's hang on.
So that was it.
That was
a miss.
That was a miss.
So that was just there on the wire.
That was
But
close.
Because this is one of the I don't know if I learned this from you. I'm pretty sure I did, based on just you giving me specific things to work on my pool game.
Right.
Is now I'm not like when I lose games, which I lose plenty. Don't worry about that.
We all do.
But it doesn't harm me. Like I'm kind of just like, okay, well, but I was working on this. I was working on that. Could have done this a bit better. So thinking at it from a more positive mindset. That is.
Oh, I'm happy with those two.
Yeah.
But it's
An odd number.
3 in the 20.
That is absolutely beautiful. See, look, I'm glad we're about to let Robby get out of here.
I want to keep
He's
playing.
going to take over the show. Yeah.
I can't take over this show. I don't mind that shot.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it gives us. That's what's good about this. Is a very much like pool. The what would you call me? The novice, the useless player, still thinks he's got a chance.
Oh, you absolutely do. What? Okay.
Oh, hang on. Oh, everybody's getting close. Yeah,
And where am I? Or I could do that.
Is that a marker, Matthew? Is that a marker for the next round? Yeah.
Yes, I've
Yes,
now
so
worked out where the board is.
Yep, very good.
I've marked near the board.
Robby's got an out here.
Oh, what's that then?
144.
144. Oh well, I got a 4.
Got the 4.
Still no good.
Still in the odd. All right. I just need a double A. It's one of the classic ones. Is it?
is.
It's a double
Some are
16,
easier than others, are they?
Yeah, well, apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're more. There's a variety of I mean,
Yeah.
again, the people in the public will know better than I.
Yeah.
But in terms of
It's getting close.
one's to aim for and one's to miss on.
I heard that when I used to watch it.
See,
Oh well, yeah.
this is like when I was getting some headshots done for a gig last year, and the lady asked me, did I have a good side? Like which side? I said, oh, I don't know. It's like and she was like, good. You don't want to know. It's kind of like I don't want to know which are the really hard outs.
That's
so then when
right,
it comes
yeah,
up, I don't
yeah,
want to know that I
that's
can't
right.
do it.
Exactly right. Yeah. Bit too much knowledge is no good.
That's why we keep our knowledge to a bare minimum, Matthew. It's the best way to be. It's like the Matrix, you know. I don't need to know it's not a steak. I just know it tastes good.
Ah.
Well,
And
all right.
the bust.
Come on, I've got.
Too high a score.
But yeah, thank you so very much, Robbie, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And we
Very
appreciate-
enjoyable.
Appreciate Masters Billiards. Are you the pro at a bunch of places, or what's the deal?
Well, a couple, yeah, here, yeah, RACV club, and got a good association with.
There it
us
is.
here. Oh, this is where.
Thank goodness.
Well played.
Thank you, Robbie.
Well played.
Thank you, Matthew. All right, well, from Masters Billiards to wherever you're watching this, on YouTube, I assume, but you never know. Who knows? YouTube could go belly up. There could be a X video service. I have no idea. Anyway, this is Pointful, tripping over the line. We'll see you next time.